Homeward Bone brought me back to this bonfire. And we don't really need it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to Firelink Shrine. Get my 10 Estus Flasks, and I'm going to make my way down into Blighttown. And I'm not going to be going through the depths, obviously. I'll probably come back to the depths a little later on and do it, because I don't really need to, and I want to ring the bells, because the sooner I can get to Anor Londo, the sooner I can get the Lord Vessel, and from there I can warp between bonfires. And admittedly, the warping scheme of this game is a little bit limited for my tastes. Oh, backstab! Backstab! Get him right of the bum. Oh, come on, brother, what's that shit about? I just Tia Carrera'd that guy and you come along and slap me in the face. It's not very good, son. Not very good at all. But yeah, warping around with the Lord Vessel is super useful. And it just makes upgrading things better, because I want to try and keep my... I'm not going to say low level, just... I want my character to be quite low requirements for things, except for dexterity, which I'm going to be, you know, investing a lot of time with, because I want to make my weapons and my armor the real emphasis of this playthrough. Because if I can get good equipment, it'll make, you know, my character not necessarily need to be super badass. Which I think is a cool idea, because like my first time through this game, everything about my character was badass, and I'm not saying that like on an egotistical rant. It was just I had really good equipment leveled up, I had really good stats leveled up. I was just a powerhouse, a really dangerous dude, really. But let's put some points into a level, because I think we've got enough. Another point into dexterity. And I'm going to use... Have I got a soul? Why have I got those cracked red orbs on? I'm not going to be invading people. I'm not a douchebag. I could do with that where I'm going, even though... You know, it's not the end of the world if you don't have it. Because I'm not going to be dwelling long enough in Blighttown for the poison shield to really benefit me all that much. Why did I use an Estus Flask? Oh, I'm such a douchebag. Oh, it's the only problem when you try and press buttons fast on this game, because the input is so intentional. You generally just screw yourself frequently. And I also need to... See, I've stood up again. I need to do that. Because when I get to the bottom of Blighttown using the shortcut, man-eater Mildred is going to attack me. And if I can kill her, which I've never failed to yet, so hopefully she's not going to surprise me too much, I can get her for the fight, coming up against Quilog, who's the fire spider lady. What is my weight? My weight is 90, so under 50 and I'm okay. I'll still be able to roll and shiz. How about the stupid helmet? You'll have to excuse me, I'm not the best at navigating the equipment. 15 poison, it's not too heavy, and it gives us a different centerpiece. There we go, we don't look too bad, I suppose. We're still quite light, still can do the ninja flip. And it gives us a little bit more poise so that we can attack through people's attacks, and it also gives us a little buff to his defense, which we're going to need, because when you come down here, there's some trolls that are exceptionally easy to kill when you can backstab them, but it just gets to the point where if they do hit you, and they hit me yesterday on my Pyromancer character, they actually knocked me off the edge because they're very strong. And I don't have a bow to pull them individually, so I'm going to have to get either creative or, you know, go Super Saiyan on their ass and do some damage. I just wish some of the armor on this game looked better than it does, because some of the armor looks terrific, some of it looks less than stellar. I think that's a decent observation. But this is where the Master Key opens. This is where you can go and do the suicide run for the Astora Straight Sword, which is down in the valley. But I don't like the Valley of the Drakes. I think it's a wasted opportunity. It could have been a really long, really interesting section of the game, and instead it's like 10 yards worth of real estate filled with bullshit dragons. And they're not even proper dragons, they're little pissy dragons. They're like the winged dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't look all that impressive, doesn't have all that great stats, and they can fuck you up if they want to. Come on, big lad. So you can parry these guys, but it's much easier to just get behind them or tank the hits and then backstab them and stab them in the bottom, because we all know that's how I want to play this game. And if he does his little shout, which you want to look forward to because his shout's pretty good, just get it all up in there. Oh, and the final one to kill him is a backstab. Backstabbing like a boss. So, let's see if we can Kobe tie this guy like we did the last one. There we go. Oh, you are too kind. Come on, son. Don't get too strong with that bullshit now. Look at the fucking sweep on that. Silliness. It's fluent silliness. Good night, Irene. Which actually didn't go too far. We managed to Dana Diamond that guy, which is always popular choice. There we go. Good night, son. Oh, stabbed in the face. Can we do some Gabrielle Neva on this kid? Which is a really obscure porn reference. Interesting to see anybody gets that without having to search it. There we go. Yeah. My problem with porn stars is I can remember faces, but I can't quite remember names all that well. So, some people I can remember because I go into the whole film mode of being able to recite the films that I remember and actors and things, but I'm not quite as gifted when it comes to pornography, even though I have sampled my fair share. And I don't want it to become a contrived part of the thing, so I'll probably stop doing it after a while. It was just a silly idea I had randomly. And you know, YouTube could do with more conversations about pornography, because some people are starting to think it's a site for children. So this guy can actually breathe fire on you if you're not careful. And you're going to notice I come through this section really quickly. Not speedrun quickly where he drops off all the bloody ledges and shit, but fast enough so much so that I don't get bothered by the infinitely spawning bugs, because if you don't know, there are these insects that keep on spawning, like I said, and they will get you killed. They will poison you, they'll get you killed, they're very difficult to hit because the detection on the hit is kind of bullshitty, and oh, really? Really? I have never missed that jump. Well, I guess that's just Dark Souls all over. But yeah, the bugs are super bullshit, man. I don't like them at all. And I didn't need them that time to die, which is ridiculous because I was holding the analog forward, I did the roll. Come on, man, it's the perfect... I didn't miss that. I'm just going to walk off. So much for a flawless Dark Souls run. Like that was ever going to happen. And I'm going to rush my way back down now and probably die for that very fact. Because when you rush on this game, that is when you get killed. Like, rushing past the fat guys I backstabbed is going to be dangerous. Because I do not have the vitality to take what they can give. This is another thing I really hate about this game. Like, why the fuck did the lifts not load where you are? I understand it's real, I understand all that dog shit, but it's such a time sink to wait for silly lifts. Especially the ones in Anor Londo that go up and down for no fucking reason. But like the bonfire system, why isn't there a way to make a temporary bonfire with an item that is extremely rare to find? Why does it have to be this massive toil all the way back to where you died from the most recent bonfire? I don't understand who enjoys that. And I know that it's intrinsic to what Dark Souls is, because it's the Soul series and that's what they do, but I think it could do with some tweaking, because that is not what makes this game fun. The fact that you have to run 20 minutes to get back to where the fuck you died. Like New Londo, why is there no bonfire? Who thought it was a good idea to not put a bonfire in one of the most easily fucking gangbangable areas of the game? Because that section can get you killed in so many ways. It's ridiculously hard sometimes. But, you know, From Software think they're making difficult games when really all they're making is a cheesy game at times. Like, games that aren't fair. Dead-end corners, enemies that, you know, one-hit you, stuff like that. Stuff that jumps out on you. The traps. The traps are a good idea, but some of them are just, it's like, yep, there's no way you would have seen that unless you've played before, or unless it hit you in the face. And I don't like learning by blocking things with my face. I like learning by actually achieving, by doing things, and that's one of the things people give this game too much credit for. Like, I have been killed more times by accidentally running over a walkway or running over a ladder when I've gone to stop and you know, step onto it, than I have by any boss or any enemy on this game. Because it's bullshit. There is nothing, absolutely nothing at all, that is even remotely in the game to help you. Everything is there to hinder you. And I do like that, but I just think as far as, you know, the usability and the accessibility, the saving... I mean, look at that fucking bullshit. Why does this happen on a part of the level... I mean, I could be 9 million flights up there and I could roll to get past and I could fly off the edge and die. All because bad game design. But put your rusted iron ring on before you venture too far into this place or you're gonna have a bad time. And if I was human right now and I'd not died, then Mildred would be turning up. But I fucked that up, so I'm going to go to the bonfire, which if you don't know where it is, it's to the left if you come down the shortcut way. If you come down the long way, it's just on your way past here. It's in this little room. You're generally safe in this room. There's a dragon scale up there if you want to pick that up. I don't think I'm going to bother because I don't think there's anything I'm going to be upgrading with dragon scales. And just be careful of this bitch. Because I don't know if she's actually going to spawn in if I'm in the bonfire area, because every time she's turned up has been when I've been over here. And the only problem with this area is if I get those bugs over there that look like they've taken an interest to me, if they follow me over here and they fight me when I fight her, look, now she's turned up. That's what it looks like if you get invaded by anything, NPC or human. It comes up on your screen like that. And she should be over there. Yeah, there she is. And she hurts. And do you see the bugs? I see the fucking bugs. Hopefully I can kill this bitch before the bugs become an issue. But she hurts a lot. So you need to kill her pretty quickly. And luckily enough... Fuck off, bug. Oh, wow. And she's naked for some reason. And if you ever see people playing naked, they're either doing a challenge run because there is absolutely no benefit to not wearing armor. Do not let anybody tell you there's any advantage to being naked in this game. All that will happen is you'll get killed. Always wear armor. It makes perfect sense. But there is Mildred. Pick up the humanity for her, and now we can summon her during the Quelaag fight. And if you're a low level and you're not doing massive damage to the boss, she will. If her AI is on the ball during the fight, she will kill Quelaag really quickly because she's super strong, and it makes it a pretty damn fun fight. But I never really explore Blighttown, especially the bottom of Blighttown, because it seems to be more effort than it's worth. Sure, there are corners where there's a bunch of good souls and things, but there's like so many leeches and these things and those stupid flies. You're just inviting a demise on yourself, and if you've freed Laurentius, I think his name is, the Pyromancer, and you've upgraded your Pyromancy Flame, over by this plinth here, this big pillar, will be, I think it's Quilana, who is one of the Daughters of Chaos. Don't quote me on that if it's wrong. She might be one of the Witches of Izalith, which are the Daughters of Chaos, effectively. And she is able to upgrade the Pyromancy stuff to an even higher level. She's able to ascend your flame, which is really useful if you're a pyromancer. And anybody can have the pyromancy skill because it only scales off the glove. It does not scale off anything but the glove. So you do not have to pump faith or intelligence, it's just the glove, which is really, really useful. And do not go near these guys, do not fuck with these dudes, because they usually do not aggro, but the other day they did, and I don't know why. I can't think for the life of me what made it happen. And I am currently poisoned. But I'm going to summon Mildred, and then we're going to take on the boss. But you're probably going to see that in the next video in the series.